everyone. So what I've noticed is a lot of people have a very hard time clearing air bubbles out of this. And what I've decided to do, let me see, I have one I just finished. Let me grab it. This is the one I just finished, sorry. And we'll see, there is a tiny bubble maybe somewhere. I can't even find it. There's a tiny bubble in here somewhere. This is one I'm working on right now. Can't even see it. It's very tiny. So, I do leave a very tiny bubble in there. Why? Because you want it to be able to shake it up and work with it. Let me get this camera set up a little bit better. So, I'm gonna show you the things that I'm working with, and I'm gonna show you one of the quickest ways to do this with the least amount of headache, all right? So you can use tape or whatever, but this is what I use to help put my glitter in. Okay, here's the glitters that I chose for today. Shout out to Orange Creations. This is Orange Crush Creation. This is one of my favorite. This is their banana split. This one came from the glitter grind. This is called Savage, which I love. Another one from Orange Crush Creations. They know I love them. And this all goes because of a picture that I'm about to put on, so they're gonna mix very well. So, what I use is this. So if you've ever seen somebody get a feeding tube, have this big syringe, and it comes with a long tube, all right? This is what I found out works the best, okay? And I fill it up a little bit more probably than it needs. So I'll tell y'all, if you look at the liquid, it's probably a little bit above 200 cc's, and it is probably 150 of this is the magic glue, I think it's called, or magic liquid, and then the rest is distilled water. So I kind of mix it up so that it's available. Now, the one thing I want to tell you is when you get ready to start with this tube, make sure your liquid is here once we get to that section. Right now, the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and add some liquid. Just gonna put it in there anywhere, it doesn't matter. And we're gonna put a bunch of liquid in there. We're gonna go almost halfway, okay? Almost halfway. And I kind of lift this back up so it doesn't leak out. Move that out of our way. So you see, it's kind of halfway. I don't use paper towels when I do this. I just grab one of my little towels that I constantly use for this, get anything extra off the top, and I literally watch. I'm going to go around all the sides, let everybody get a little liquid in it. Okay, just a little bit of liquid everywhere. It's gonna drain back down, but we're just gonna do that to kind of help it out, all right? So, once we get the liquid in there, that's when I'm gonna go ahead, put my little keeper on there. I think I got this from Cali Bees. Whoop, sorry, but I think it came from Cali Bees. I use this. People can use tape, use whatever you got. You know, some people don't use nothing. I like a lot of glitter, guys, okay? So I'm gonna tell you now, I like a lot of glitter. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna put a lot of glitter because I love a lot of glitter. Some of y'all might use less, and that's okay. But we're gonna put a lot of glitter because when it mixes up, I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Put a lot of glitter, all right? And make sure we get the last one in there. Oh, I haven't even opened this one. That's fine. Get that one in there too. Okay, I think that's about good enough. If y'all like to use those little cups to measure out how much you want to put in there, that's fine. I just put what I like. Now, if you don't have like a massage gun or something, you can still do it with your hand. Kind of just shake it around till you start seeing it go in. Move it around in circles so that it goes in every direction until you can start seeing the hole in the top. And I'll tell you why. Because it kind of goes in a little bit easier once you can see where that hole is. See? how you can see the hole now. So I can kind of move it around a little bit more where I see the hole. And if you want to use like a scraper or something, or your hand or whatever, to get that little powdery part in there, you can. I don't worry about that because I'm gonna wipe it off. I really am. But I kind of circle it around, get some in there everywhere. So put as much glitter as you like. Okay, that's up to you. Sorry if I keep moving it kind of at the camera, but you don't have to use the massage gun really for this part. Okay, so we get your glitter in there how you like it. Okay, see how my glitter is in there? Yep, kind of like that. Looking at it. Okay, so I think I want a little more of this one. I like this one. So we're gonna add a little more of this one. Yeah. A little more of this one. And give me just a second, because we're gonna add some glow to it, because glow is always cool. So let me find my glow mix. And this is from Maker's Flow. It's just glow. And we're gonna add a little bit of glow powder to it. Now, when y'all add this glow powder, know you gotta shake this up really well, okay? Shake it up really well, because if not, it'll have clumps. And again, like I said, you wanna find the hole as quick as you can, so you can get all of that in there. Yeah, as you can see, it's all in there. I'll shake it so that none is still sitting like in this top area. All right, I want all of it down here. And this can make a little bit of a mess when you take this off, but it'll be in my way and I can't show you what I need to show you. So we're just gonna wipe off that excess. All right, so got it in there. We're gonna go in with our stick. This time, we're gonna push the liquid to the top because we don't want any air. So that's why I'm using this little thing to make sure the liquid is at the top. All right. Once I notice it's at the top, I'm gonna go in there and just pour some more. It ain't gotta be a lot, just some. Okay. We don't want to finish it out. Just gonna pour a little bit more. Okay, so, and that's a good amount. Again, move this out the way. Take your little bumper. All right. Once you take your bumper, wipe this off. Put your little bumper in there. Be careful when y'all use your bumpers because they can get sucked in. Because you're gonna pretty much use something to glue that in, usually UV. I usually keep this handy to pull it back out because when you start using your hands, sometimes it tilts. So now we are just gonna shake my colors in, get them everywhere. Okay, get them everywhere. Make sure it's as much glitter as I want in there. Make sure I don't see that I think I need more. I don't think I need more. I think it's pretty cool. So just shake it around, up and down. And as you can see, we still got a lot of liquid to go, right? Not a problem. So I'm gonna shake it all back down, hit it a couple of times, get that out the way. All right. That's why I don't do that. Pull my bumper back out. All right. So now here is where we got to start to be more careful. Let me see if I can zoom in because I really want y'all to see this part. I'm trying to keep it from the light being in the way. All right. So again, make sure your liquid, if I can get this in the focus, is at the top so that it's pouring out, okay? Put it back in there. It doesn't matter where you put it. Just stick it in there good, okay? And we're gonna finish filling this all the way up. As you can see, it's filling from this end. Then I might just turn it around a little bit. Fill that. Turn it around a little more. Feel that. Turn it around a little more, feel that. Now you see, when that little bit of air came out right there and it made the liquid come out, I'm gonna pull this out, set it to the side again. All right, I'm gonna wipe. All right, I'm gonna find our trusty little bumper again. Don't push it in too hard. We're gonna shake again. That's all we doing, shaking. Okay, you gotta find where our bubbles are. So this is what we doing, we shaking. All right, so right now, y'all can see that's where our bubble is. If we turn it up, you'll see how big this bubble gets when it gets to the top. And this is when I go in with this. So if there's any more, I just go around it a little bit, get them all together real quick. I don't take long. Then I turn it back upside down. Do it again. And we're gonna pull this bumper back out. Okay. Now, try to keep this focused for y'all. See this bubble right here? All right, so this is what we're gonna do. Try and make sure you can see this bubble. The bubble is right here. See it? I'm going to take this and go in, but I'm not going to go on the bubble. What I'm going to do is go next to the bubble. And this time I'm going to suck until the bubble comes almost to the middle. Okay? Now, the bubble is getting close to the middle. Now again, remember, you want this to be filled with air. Out of air, you want to make sure your liquid is coming out. Once I get my liquid to the top, I'll go back in on the side of that bubble and I'm gonna fill it up. And as you can see, there's tiny little air bubbles coming out. Y'all seen that? You heard that? You hear that squish sound? That's where your air bubbles at. Okay, this is the best way to keep from losing out a lot of your products, okay? I'm gonna wipe that little bit off. We're gonna see, kind of move it around, see where the rest of our bubble is. See, we got a little bit of bubble left. Y'all see, it's getting smaller. So, we're gonna go back in to the side of the bubble, not on the bubble, to the side of it. And we're gonna pull out again. Okay, got the air. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit to get to the tip. We're gonna go in between that bubble. And as y'all can see, if you look on the outside, it's filling up here, right? Still filling up. We're starting to push a bubble out. There's the bubble. See the bubble coming out? All right. We're gonna stop right there because again, the purpose of this is we want to fill that air pocket. But what we don't want to do is lose all of our fluid and be wasting it. So we're gonna go in again to this bubble, pull it out until we hear that noise. It makes a weird noise. Now, if you look, my bubble is completely on the top. I'm gonna push this down so that I got nothing but liquid in my tube. Push this all the way in. We're gonna push that bubble all the way out. I'm gonna fill it up. Now, if you can see, there's a bubble coming out and a little bit of liquid, not a lot. There's the bubble. See when I pushed that, how it made that whole bubble lift it up? There's the bubble. See? Now, that's when you're gonna lose your most fluid, once you find a complete hole of that bubble. But you gotta start around it before you try to go directly into it, because you need to pull out enough to push back in. So, once we do that, gonna get our little trusty bumper that I'm about to drop everywhere. Close it up, kind of wipe it off. And as you can see, I've barely lost hardly any liquid, right? We're gonna shake this up again. Try and get it out the camera so much. It looks weird shaking that much in the camera. Okay, I want y'all to see what the bubble looks like now. Can y'all even see this little bubble? Can you see it? I'm trying to focus it. See this? It's a little tiny bubble. Shake it up real well. I'm gonna turn it this way and sit it back right here so you can see that little bubble. Y'all seen it? Gonna shake it again. There's the little bubble. See that? Now, if you want to make sure that there's no more in there, go ahead and kind of rub your finger around to see there's a little one right there. Make sure we get them all together. Turn it off. Here's our bubble. We want to get that bubble back here. Again, we're going to pull this back out. Oh, I dropped it. Going to make sure that we move whatever little pop spot that was on here, because there's a little poppy thing that gets on top of there from the liquid. We want to move that. Y'all, I have completely lost my bumper. It fell somewhere, but we got plenty of bumpers, so we'll use another one. So now, if, say for instance, you don't want this little tiny bubble. I mean, it's really tiny. Y'all can see that, right? See if you can see it without the glare. But it's really tiny. See, I'm trying to move it around. But even if you want to remove a little bit more of the bubble, we do the same process. We go next to that bubble, right where it's at. We pull away from it so that the bubble, as you can see, is in the middle. We're gonna pull out, gonna release, go back in with no air, push this back in, push out that bubble. See that big bubble right there? It just popped. Oh, you probably didn't see it. The bubble did pop though, guys. It popped. All right, pull that back out. Get my little handy dandy towel. Wipe it off again. And y'all give me a second, because I truly just lost my bumper. Nope, let me grab another one. Just grab another bumper, because we lost that one. Oh, got that upside down. All right. So, see where this clear liquid is at? That's where the bubble was. So we're gonna mix everything together so the clear liquid mixes in really well with our glitter. And there's the little bubble that's left. Now I want you to see, once it goes to the top, how much bubble is really left. It's really not much. See that? And it almost blends in with your glitter. Turn it upside down so you can see again. Gonna shake it, try and get it to move. And again, if I can get it to show, right here is that tiny bubble. And it's really tiny, guys. Like, it's barely part of my top of my finger. And again, you want to leave a little bit of bubble so this can move around. Okay? So here it is moving around so you can see it. That's how tiny it is. And normally, by the time it gets to the top, it mixes in mostly with your glitter. And you can get it smaller than that. But just to kind of help y'all, and I hope this did help you understand That's one of the quickest ways I know to move this bubble out. And then you just got to keep shaking this, because this is like 75% magic liquid. So if you want that glitter to really be suspended really well, just gonna keep shaking it. And if you want to let some air out of it, you can pull this back out, let some air out. It's not really no air left in there. I know some people like to let these sit for a day or two, because some people say they've broken, or if they keep them closed. I close mine up. I've never had a problem, and that's just me. Okay, so I hope this helps y'all. If you want to kind of see what I'm going to put on it, I have to cut it out. I have a picture that's going to go on it, which I guess I'm not going to be able to show you, but it's kind of like how I cut out this vinyl and put vinyl on this one. I'm going to do the same thing with a different picture for this one once I get it completely cut out. But again, guys, I hope this helped you. Like I said, as you can see, there's no real big bubble, and it's been sitting here. There's none. Get this down some. Let's kind of zoom out so you can see a little bit better. There's no bubbles, just floating around. Okay, this you just got to shake up a little more to get that glitter together. No bubbles, just floating around. There's your bubble. See how tiny that bubble is? So I hope this helps. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate y'all, and bye.